What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am back to do my Week 6 NFL predictions. Now, Week 5 just ended tonight on Monday Night Football with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Las Vegas Raiders. So Week 5 is in the books, and we're now into Week 6 of the NFL season. So I'm very excited to do my Week 6 predictions for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record in Week 5 was a lot better than our Week 4 record, that's for sure, because we went 10-6. We are once again back on track, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video, we will continue the winning ways. We are once again back on a 1-week winning streak. Hopefully in this video, we make it 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully. Now, if you guys haven't checked out the 2 other videos that I put up on the channel today, guys, definitely go check them out if you haven't, because this is the 3rd and final video of the day. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch this video and all the fantastic videos we got on deck on the channel on this monster month of October this year. And as always, show your support on the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your NFL teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, you picked a good one if you're a huge fan of the NFL like myself, and you're ready for Week 6 of the NFL season. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just two. Woo woo! Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into my Week 6 NFL predictions. Let's start off first with the buys. Now, if you do own a fantasy football team like myself on ESPN or Yahoo, and you have players that are on buys, make sure you have suitable replacements for them. Now, the buys this week in week number 6 are for the Detroit Lions, the Tennessee Titans, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Houston Texans. So if you have any players on any of those 4 squads, make sure you have suitable replacements for them so you'll be ready for your next fantasy football matchup. Let's start off on Thursday Night Football with an NFC showdown between the Washington Commanders heading to Soldier Field to face the Chicago Bears. Now, the Washington Commanders are coming off their loss on Sunday, losing to the Tennessee Titans. Commanders are coming in at 1-4, and Carson Wentz and the Commanders are looking desperately to rebound and bounce back on the road on Thursday Night Football. Thursday, you have the Chicago Bears coming off their loss on Sunday, losing to the Minnesota Vikings on the road. And I know my good friend, the Gamer's Goon, who is a diehard Chicago Bears fan, is hopeful his Bears can rebound and bounce back at home and get back to 500. So coming from me in this NFC showdown on Thursday Night Football, Carson Wentz versus Justin Fields. This one should be a good one on Thursday night. But coming from me, I'm going to go with Justin Fields and the Bears to rebound and bounce back at home and get back to 500 and defeat the Washington Commanders on Thursday Night Football. And now the Sunday slate, which starts at 10 a.m. here on the West Coast, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. Starting off with another NFC showdown between the San Francisco 49ers heading to the Georgia Dome to face the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the 49ers are coming off their victory on Sunday on the road, beating the Carolina Panthers, and Jimmy G Money and the 49ers are looking to continue winning ways with a victory on the road. Thursday, you have the Atlanta Falcons coming off their loss on Sunday to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road, and Marcus Mariota and the Dirty Birds are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this NFC showdown, Jimmy G Money versus Marcus Mariota. This one could be a really good quarterback showdown, but I am going to go with Jimmy G Money and the San Francisco 49ers to get it done on the road and defeat the Atlanta Falcons. And now the next matchup, it is an AFC showdown between my New England Patriots heading to the Dog Pound to face the Cleveland Browns. Now, my Patriots are coming off their big victory at home, shutting out the Detroit Lions. Bailey Zappi had a pretty good showing in his first career start as our quarterback, but it was Nick Folt's leg and our defense that got it done for us on Sunday, and my Patriots are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory on the road to get back to 500. Thursday, you have the Cleveland Browns coming off their loss at home to the Los Angeles Chargers, and Jacoby Brissett and the Brownies are looking to rebound bounce back at home and also get back to 500 with a victory. So coming from me in this AFC showdown between these 2 and 3 squads looking to get back to 500 with a victory, Bailey Zappi versus Jacoby Brissett. This one should be good, but coming from me, I'm going to go with Bailey Zappi and my New England Patriots to get it done on the road and get back to 500 and defeat the Cleveland Browns in a shootout. And now next matchup between the surprising New York Jets heading to Lambeau to face the Green Bay Packers. Now the Jets are coming off their big victory at home on Sunday, defeating the Miami Dolphins. And this Jets team looks like they're finally getting tired of being talked about being the shit team in the AFC East, because they've got some big wins in their pocket this season. And Zach Wilson and the Jets are looking to continue winning ways with another big victory on the road. Thursday, you have the Green Bay Packers coming off their loss on Sunday morning, losing to the New York Giants in London, and Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup between these 3 and 2 squads, Zach Wilson versus Aaron Rodgers. This one should be good when it comes to the quarterback showdown. But coming from me, I am going to go with the discount double check of Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the very good New York Jets. And now next matchup, it is an AFC South rivalry showdown between the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Lucas Oil Stadium to face the Indianapolis Colts. Now the Jags are coming off their loss on Sunday at home, losing to the Houston Texans, and Trevor Lawrence and the Jags are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road against another AFC South rival. There is you have the Indianapolis Colts coming off their overtime victory on Thursday Night Football in a very bowling shoe ugly game against the Denver Broncos, and Matt Ryan and the Colts are looking to continue winning ways and get it done at home. So coming from me in this AFC South rivalry showdown, this is also an ACC Atlantic showdown because Trevor Lawrence went to Clemson, Matt Ryan went to Boston College. So this one's going to be good. But coming from me, I'm going to go with Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts to get it done at home and defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars in a close one. And now next matchup between the Minnesota Vikings heading to Miami to face the Miami Dolphins. Now the Vikings are coming off their big victory at home on Sunday, defeating the Chicago Bears. And with that victory, the Vikings are in sole possession of first place in the NFC North. And Kirk Cousins and the Vikings are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory on the road. Third side, you have the Miami Dolphins coming off a loss on Sunday on the road, losing to the New York Jets. And it's really starting to be trouble in Miami right now without their star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who's been dealing with a concussion ever since that Thursday night game against Cincinnati. And in that game against the Jets, Teddy Bridgewater got hurt. So the Dolphins had to resort to their third-string quarterback out of Kansas State, Skylar Thompson. And I know my good friend Joseph Collin on the Big Fight Field channel, who is a die-hard Miami Dolphins fan, is hopeful that his Dolphins can rebound and bounce back from this and get back on the winning track with a victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, Captain Kirk Cousins versus Skylar Thompson. I can see where the edge is definitely going to be. So I am going to go with Captain Kirk Cousins and the NFC North leading Minnesota Vikings to get it done on the road and defeat the Miami Dolphins in a potential blowout. And now next matchup between the reigning AFC champions, the Cincinnati Bengals, heading to the Superdome to face the New Orleans Saints. Now the Bengals are coming off their loss on Sunday on the road, losing to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football. And Joe Burrow and the Bengals are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road and get back to 500. The other side of the New Orleans Saints coming off their big home victory on Sunday, defeating my Seattle Seahawks. Taysom Hill had a monster game on the ground with over 112 yards running with 3 rushing touchdowns. And it's also the return of Andy Dalton to playing his former team, the Cincinnati Bengals. So we're going to see if Dalton's going to start or Taysom Hill is going to start for the Saints. And they are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory at home to get back to 500. So coming from me in this matchup between these 2 and 3 squads looking to get a win and get back to 500, this one should be good. I mean, you got Joe Burrow versus either Andy Dalton or Taysom Hill. You got Joe Mixon versus Alvin Kamara. Jamar Chase versus Michael Thomas if he's ready to go. But this one's going to be good. But I am going to go with Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, and the Cincinnati Bengals to rebound and bounce back on the road and get back to 500 and defeat the New Orleans Saints in a shootout. And now next matchup between the Baltimore Ravens heading to Gotham to face the surprising New York Giants. Now the Ravens are coming off their big victory at home on Sunday Night Football, defeating the Cincinnati Bengals with a Justin Tucker clutch game-winning field goal. And I know my good friend Tiger Raven, who is a die-hard Baltimore Ravens fan, is happy to see his Ravens get back on track. And the Ravens are looking to continue winning ways to get a victory on the road. The other side, you have the surprising New York Giants coming off their victory in London on Sunday morning, defeating the Green Bay Packers. And I got to say this. Who would have thought that the New York Giants would be coming into Week 6 4-1? And that is a crazy thought. And the fact that the 2 New York squads, the Giants and the Jets, are having pretty solid seasons. And Daniel Jones and the G-Men are looking to continue winning ways and continue this great season with a victory at home. So coming from me in this huge showdown, Lamar Action Jackson versus Danny Dime Jones. This one's going to be a very interesting showdown. But coming from me, I'm going to go with a little bit of an upset. I may get this pick wrong, but I am going to go with Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and the surprising New York Giants to get a big win in this season by getting it done at home and defeat the Baltimore Ravens in a close offensive shootout. And now next matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to Heinz Field to face the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Tampa Bay is coming off their big victory at home over the Atlanta Falcons. Tom Brady had a solid game, but that roughing the passer call that cost the Falcons that game was very controversial because it looked like a regular hit to me, but I guess the referees thought with how much Brady was thrown down with force, it counted as roughing the passer. So, But the Buccaneers did get it done at home, and they're looking to continue winning ways with a victory on the road. Their side of the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off their massacre loss on the road, losing to the Buffalo Bills. But we did get to see Kenny Pickett play, but it was already over by halftime against the Bills. But I will have to say this. The Steelers are 1-4. Mike Tomlin's seat's getting hotter and hotter throughout the season, and if they don't get a win this season against a top-tier team, don't be surprised. Mike Tomlin will be out of here. And the Steelers are looking desperately to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, Tom Brady versus Kenny Pickett. This one should be good, but coming from me, as much as I would love to see Kenny Pickett succeed in Pittsburgh like he did in the ACC for the Pitt Panthers, I am going to go with the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to get it done on the road and defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now the next matchup, it is an NFC showdown between the Carolina Panthers heading to SoFi Stadium to face the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Los Angeles Rams. Now the Carolina Panthers are coming off their loss on Sunday at home, losing to the San Francisco 49ers. And with that loss, we just found out that the Panthers have fired Matt Rule. So Matt Rule is out of here. And I know a lot of Panthers fans are happy Matt Rule is finally gone. And the Panthers are going to be, looks like they're going to be without Baker Mayfield, but he's going to take a second opinion this week. So they may be starting their backup for the Panthers, but the Panthers are desperately looking to get back on the winning track and get a victory on the road. There is the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams, coming off their loss at home to the Dallas Cowboys. And boy, the Rams just do not look like they're in sync yet. I mean, they're coming in 2-3. They're the reigning Super Bowl champions. And Matthew Stafford and the Rams are looking desperately to rebound and bounce back at home and get back to 500. So coming from me in this NFC showdown, I'm happy Carolina fired Matt Rule. I know a lot of Panthers fans like Showstopper TV, diehard Panthers fan, was happy to see Matt Rule go. And I know a lot of other Panthers fans are happy to see him go today. But coming from me, I am going to go with Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams, to get back on track and get a victory at home and get back to 500 and defeat the Carolina Panthers. And now next matchup, it is an NFC West rivalry showdown, and it's the Battle of the Birds between the Arizona Cardinals heading to CenturyLink Field to face my Seattle Seahawks. Now the Cardinals are coming off their heartbreaking loss at home, losing to the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. They were just a field goal away from tying that game and forcing overtime, but Amendola missed that field goal. And the Cardinals are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road against their hated NFC West rivals. There's how you have my Seattle Seahawks coming off their heartbreaking loss on the road, losing to the New Orleans Saints. Geno Smith had one hell of a game with 3 touchdowns. And I gotta say that I can't believe I'm even saying this. Geno Smith is having a better year than our former Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson this season. That is crazy. DK had a big game. Tyler Lockett had a big game, but we fell short in the end on the road. And my Seahawks are looking desperately to rebound and bounce back on at home. So coming from me in this Battle of the Birds showdown between these two NFC West rivals, this one should be good. Kyler Murray versus Geno Smith. But the question is, which Geno we're going to get? It seems like Geno is playing in somebody else's body this season. But coming from me, I am going to go with Geno Smith and my Seattle Seahawks to rebound and bounce back at home and get back to 500 and defeat the Arizona Cardinals in a quarterback shootout. And now the next matchup. It is a massive AFC showdown, one of the big games in week number 6 of the NFL season, and it is a rematch of last year's AFC divisional round showdown between the Buffalo Bills heading to Arrowhead to face the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, we all know what happened in the AFC divisional round last year between these two. It came down to an overtime victory by the Kansas City Chiefs, but it was very controversial. I know Josh Allen was complaining about the overtime rule, in which we do now have new overtime rules in the playoffs because of this game. So this game is going to be very big for the Buffalo Bills. Now the Bills are coming off their absolute destruction of the Pittsburgh Steelers at home on Sunday. Josh Allen had 4 touchdowns before halftime. That's crazy. And the Bills are looking to continue winning ways and get it done on the road and get their revenge from last year's divisionals. There is the Kansas City Chiefs coming off their victory tonight on Monday Night Football over the Las Vegas Raiders. And Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are looking to continue the winning ways and get it done at home. So coming from me in this huge AFC showdown, one of the big games in week number 6 of the NFL season and the rematch of last year's AFC divisional round showdown, this one's going to be an absolute banger. I mean, you got Josh Allen, who's having a hell of a year this year, versus Patrick Mahomes. This one's going to be an absolute banger on Sunday. But coming from me, I am going to go with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to get their revenge from last year's divisional round and defeat the Kansas City Chiefs in a banger. And now the Sunday night matchup. And if you thought Buffalo versus Kansas City was big, this one's an even bigger showdown on Sunday night. One of the big games in Week 6 of the NFL season. And it's between two NFC East rivals. Between the Dallas Cowboys heading to Philadelphia to face the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. Now the Dallas Cowboys are coming off their big road victory over the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Los Angeles Rams, on Sunday. And what can I say? Cooper Rush, what a rush he is having. And what a rush for Cowboys fans. Because I don't think they even need Dak Prescott anymore because Cooper Rush is doing it all for him. I mean, he's undefeated as a starter. The Cowboys are a much better team with Cooper Rush quarterbacking them. And the Cowboys are looking to give Philadelphia their first loss of the season and get it done on the road on Sunday Night Football. Their side, you have the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles coming off their nail-biter victory over the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona could have tied that game if Amendola didn't miss that field goal. And Philadelphia may or may have not been undefeated coming into this game, but they got it done. Jalen Hurts is looking good, and Philadelphia sports is getting hot right now with the Phillies making it to the National League Divisional Series to face the Atlanta Braves in the NLDS. You got the Flyers ready to start the NHL season. The Eagles are definitely flying high, and they're looking to continue to fly high and get a big victory at home and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this huge NFC East rivalry showdown, one of the big games on Sunday Night Football this year, this one's a tough pick because Cooper Rush is having a year and Jalen Hurts is having a year. This one's going to be a really good showdown on Sunday Night Football. But coming from me, I am going to go with Cooper Rush and them boys, the Dallas Cowboys, to get it done on the road and defeat the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football in an absolute banger. And now the Monday night matchup. They'll go against Monday Night Raw. It is an AFC West rivalry showdown between the Denver Broncos heading to Los Angeles to face the Los Angeles Chargers. Now the Broncos are coming off their loss on Thursday Night Football in overtime, losing to the Indianapolis Colts. And I hate to say this, but Russell Wilson is having a rough time in Denver. I mean, he just doesn't have that oomph that he had in Seattle. He came to Denver looking to change Denver up, and he's just not doing it. And the Broncos, you can tell Broncos fans were getting tired of it, including the players on his team. You saw that guy who gave Russell Wilson a look when he was on the bench. Something is definitely, things are not going good in Mile High. And Russell Wilson and the Broncos are looking desperately to rebound and bounce back on the road on Monday Night Football against an AFC West rival. Their side of the Los Angeles Chargers coming off their victory on the road over the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. Justin Herbert had a big game. Austin Eckler had a big game on the ground. And the Chargers are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory at home on Monday Night Football. So coming from me in this AFC West rivalry showdown on Monday Night Football, Russell Wilson versus Justin Herbert. This one should be good, but coming from me, I'm going to go with Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, and the Los Angeles Chargers to get it done at home and defeat the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football. Go Chargers, go. And those are my Week 6 NFL predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you see winning these big matchups in week number 6 of the NFL season? Who do you see winning that NFC East showdown on Sunday Night Football between the Cowboys and the undefeated Eagles? Who do you see winning the rematch of last year's divisional round showdown between the Bills and the Chiefs? And let me know, who is the most surprising team of this NFL season this year? For me in the AFC, it's got to be the New York Jets. I don't think anybody saw the Jets being 3-2 this season. And in the NFC, it's got to be the New York Giants. I don't think anybody saw the Giants being 4-1 coming into Week 6. But let me know what you guys think. And as always, represent your NFL teams in the comments section. Even if they're having a rough year in the NFL this year, like the Houston Texans or the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Washington Commanders are having an amazing year, like the Cowboys, Jets, Giants, and Eagles, represent them in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all the videos I put up on the channel today, guys. Again, thank you guys so very much for all the support. Truly blessed to have you guys part of this family, this dangerous alliance. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends, of course, super kick that like button like all of you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button to become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We are getting dangerously close to 1,100 subscribers on the channel. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you guys waiting for? If you're a fan of professional wrestling when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, WWE, and Ring of Honor, and you're a fan of professional sports when it comes to the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, the NFL, and college football, super kick that subscribe button, folks. It's free, and you become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys next week for my official Week 8 college football predictions, my Week 7 NFL predictions, hopefully that same week, my 2022 Major League Baseball postseason, American League and National League Championship predictions, and hopefully this same week, my official New Japan Pro Wrestling's Rumble on 44th Street 2022 predictions. Later days, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe, and as always, stay dangerous. Later days, and peace.